What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping into this video. We have a very good video planned for today. If you're new here, quick tidbit, I do launch a new video every Monday and every Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you are interested, you like this video, hit that subscribe button and don't miss a beat. This video, I am so excited to talk about this topic. It's something that I've been practicing a lot lately, and I really do feel it internally changing my mindset and my belief system about my identity. We're getting real deep real fast. What am I talking about? I'm talking about using affirmations. A lot of people, when they hear the word affirmations, they just kind of roll their eyes and they think like, oh, that's just woo-woo, like self-love talk, and it's cheesy for some people. But I want to preface this whole spiel with just asking yourself what it is that you struggle with personally the most. Like, do you struggle with having enough confidence? Do you struggle with being a sociable person? Do you feel like you struggle with not liking the way you look, or always being very self-critical about your style and your hair and your face and your body? Are you somebody who feels awkward in social situations, or maybe you think you're a bad driver, something like that, right? Whatever belief system that you have about yourself, I want you to think about it now. Now I'm going to tell you why using affirmations can really transform your mindset, and then after it transforms your mindset, it can literally transform your personality and change who you are at your core for the better. Affirmations are, for those of you guys who don't know, statements that you say, especially using the words I am. You say it in the present tense, like you already are that. And you say things that you wish to become. For example, an affirmation could be, I am confident, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am worthy. Those are all sort of affirmations that you can say to yourself. What you do with them is you should say them out loud to yourself with as much intention and belief as you possibly can. At first, it's gonna feel so foreign coming out of your mouth, and it's gonna feel like a lie, but the more you say it to yourself out loud, the more you repeat it, the more you say it with more oomph and intention and power and belief, and the more you really try to feel that thing that you're saying, that you're affirming to yourself, the more powerful it is. Let me explain sort of the logic and the science behind why affirmations work, because a lot of y'all, I know you, and you're thinking that it's just honey baloney woo-woo crap. This is why. Weston's actually reading this book, and it's called Atomic Habits. I'm a very spiritual, open-minded type of person, so you don't really need to explain much to me about stuff like affirmations or using crystal healing and stuff, but Weston's very logical. He's very science-based and logical. He doesn't just easily buy into things like this. So he's reading this book and he was like, oh, this is so interesting, let me read you a blurb. And after he read me this little blurb, I was like, that's exactly affirmations, bro. That's what I've been telling you this whole time. And he was like, oh my God, you're right. I thought it would be a great thing to read to you guys. By the way, Atomic Habits, James Clear. I'll put it below. Your behaviors are usually a reflection of your identity. What you do is an indication of the type of person you believe that you are, either consciously or subconsciously. Research has shown that once a person believes in a particular aspect of their identity, they are more likely to act in alignment with that belief. For example, people who identify as being a voter were more likely to vote than those who simply claimed voting was an action they wanted to perform. Similarly, the person who incorporates exercise into their identity, like myself, I'm a fitness person, doesn't have to convince themselves to train because it's who you are. So you do it naturally. You have this desire because you identify with being a fitness person. So working out is part of your identity and you don't have to convince yourself to do it. So doing the right thing is easy. After all, when your behavior and your identity are fully aligned, you are no longer pursuing behavior change. You are simply acting like the type of person you already believe yourself to be. For example, he talks about shifting what your goal is to becoming that thing. If your goal is to read a book, you should switch that goal to become a reader. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to learn an instrument. The goal is to become a musician. So instead of saying, my goal is to be confident, the goal is to become a confident person. If you're socially awkward and shy, The goal is not to get yourself out there and try your best. The goal is to become a social butterfly. When you align with the goals that you have in mind with yourself, when you identify with them, for example, the fitness thing, like I've always identified myself as an active person, as an athlete, as a fitness enthusiast. Fitness has never been hard for me to do because it's always something that I truly believe that I am inside. Like all aspects of habit formation, reading again, this too is a double-edged sword. When working for you, identity change can be a powerful force for self-improvement. When working against you, identity change can be a curse. So once you have adopted an identity, it can be easy to let your alliance to it impact your ability to change. So people who think, oh, well, I'm just a fat guy. I'm always gonna be a fat guy. I've always been fat my whole life. That's just who I am. It's never gonna change. You're literally deciding that that's how it's gonna be forever. And you're aligning with that. You are identifying with being a fat guy, you know? Maybe that was not the best example. I hope that nobody gets offended. Just an example, they all chill. Yeah, so I'm terrible with directions. I'm not a morning person. I'm horrible at math. I'm always late, etc. So when you repeat something to yourself over and over and over and over and over, you're inevitably going to live up to that because that's who you believe you are. You can use affirmations to change the narrative about yourself in a way that's easy for you to follow, that you don't really have to think about it. It's like giving you instructions on how to change who you are for the better. I asked you to identify the stuff that you align with. Now I want you to think, are those things that you notice about your behavior and who you are as a person, do those things identify with the person that you want to be fully? I want you to write a list. One list, everything, every trait that you believe you are, good and bad, your struggles, your strengths. Who are you? What do you identify with? Your job, everything. Write that down. Pause the video. When you're done with that, unpause the video, write down every quality that you want to become in the person in your future. Who do you want to be? What is the person that you identify with? What are your behaviors that you identify with? Like for me, it's fitness, right? And now, I'm just kind of tidbitting this into my YouTube channel, but I'm very spiritual and I'm very much about positive mindsets, law of attraction, affirmations, using all of these tools to sculpt my perfect life. I'd like to share more of that with you guys if you like it, so please let me know after this video down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So using affirmations, basically all you have to do, there's a million videos online of affirmations. I love this one YouTube channel called You Are Creators. I'll put it below, but I love repeating those affirmations. They have a beautiful voice and you can just say it along with the video and it's super easy. So you say these statements to yourself out loud over and over and over and over and over. And like I said, it's gonna feel foreign at first, but then you're gonna start to remember those things when you're in a situation like, let's take the confidence thing, for example. If you are a very shy person and you're not very sociable and you've always been a little bit awkward and you overthink things when you're talking to somebody and you just freak out and you're like, oh my God, I'm so awkward. What am I doing? I'm not even, I'm not cool. Okay, you need confidence. You need self-confidence. So what I would say to you is repeating confidence affirmations like, I am confident. I am sure of myself. I speak clearly and loudly with intention. I am intentional about what I want to say. People are drawn to me. I am a positive light when I walk into a room. Things like that. Say them out loud over to yourself every day for 21 days. And I guarantee you, even if you say your affirmations and you don't think about them the rest of the day, as you go about your life, you're gonna find yourself in social situations where you're gonna remember those affirmations and you're gonna think, I am confident, and you're gonna remember that and it's gonna show through in your personality. You wanna adopt things that are going to change your behavior and your personality to become what you want it to be. Using affirmations is a great way to do that. Once you get into the habit of saying those things every day, you're gonna start aligning with it. You're gonna start identifying as those things. And once you identify as those things, it's gonna come through in your personality. It's gonna become a habit. It's gonna become one of the core factors of who you are. People are gonna start noticing you as that type of person. The good news is that it's completely in your control, but remember, it's a double-edged sword. So whatever you're telling yourself that's negative about your life or your habits, even if they're funny, like, oh, I'm always late or I'm a bad driver, remember, you are the creator of your destiny. And I know that sounds just mystical and crazy, but it's true. People who are super stubborn and they're set in their ways. I mean, a lot of our grandparents, take that for example. They're so freaking stubborn, like they're just so set in their ways, but they don't have to be. It's because they decide to be in their mind because they're stubborn. So don't be stubborn with your personality, with your life, with what you want to become. You should learn to embrace this and think, oh my gosh, this is so exciting and creative. Now I get to design who I want to be, because nobody is set in stone. You are the creator of your own life and who you are, and it's totally 1,000,000% up to you to decide who that's gonna be. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I kind of went on a big blab, but I hope that it made sense. I will link some of my favorite affirmative videos, affirmation channels below. I do have a few affirmation videos, which I'll also link below, but please comment below and let me know if you liked this type of video, if you like this type of stuff, because I am full to the brim. It's exploding from my body, and I would love to share more of it with you guys. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday and Thursday here on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.